Hello, Bryan. This is Jillian from Big Peach Midtown, and this is your baseline video from day one of the Transfer Running Workshop, July 9th at Big Peach Midtown. We're going to take a look at your footage at regular speed, and then we're going to pass through this one more time, reviewing what we had a chance to talk about in the session regarding posture, lean, and landing tendencies of both the leg and of the foot. So right now we're checking you out, looking at some current tendencies that we got going on. This is you picking up a little bit of speed coming back in. Baseline video, day 1, June 9th, 2016, transfer running. All right, excellent, good trotting there. So we're going to take a look at this in slow motion this time, and we're going to focus on the areas to work on. Now, as a brief review, the three key elements that we're looking at when it comes to our transfer running workshops are going to be posture, especially from top down, forward lean, whether or not we are leaving the body forward from the ankle up as opposed to leaning in and over and from our shoulders and our pelvis. And we're also looking to see if we've got some ideal landing tendencies of both the leg and of the foot. So I'm going to pause here 9 seconds or so, 7 seconds or so into your run to look at some areas we need to work on. First area we definitely want to make sure we're cutting down on is looking downward angling of both the chin as well as of the eyes. The chin's going to follow where the eyes are. So keeping those eyes straight ahead towards the horizon, up the hill, if you're going up a hill, it's going to be critical for you. It's going to keep the chin out of the chest. It's going to make sure that you can breathe easily and for longer periods of time. And air intake is going to be key, especially when you're running through this humidity. It's going to be harder to breathe. Going further down, focusing on the arms and the shoulders. We want to make sure that those arms are not crossing that midline of the body. You can already tell that your torso is twisting a little bit, and we want to make that torso in a neutral, keep that torso in a neutral position so that we can take advantage of that forward momentum and not cut down on it. As far as the pelvic region is concerned, you're actually maintaining what I like to call a neutral upright position. And it's not the ideal position in terms of forward lean. The forward lean that's ideal here is going to be something like that, akin to that second line. But I would rather, at this point, as the part of your start of your training, I'd rather you have a neutral position rather than a backwards leaning position. That is totally possible. Skipping ahead a little bit towards landing, we are seeing some overstriding here. You're in good company on that. Got a prominent heel strike without any proprioception. And the proprioception we're referring to, all that means is that we're not seeing the knee bend. And that's true on both. That's on both legs. So good news, you are being consistent. Sometimes I see some inconsistencies with guests on that end. So let us speed up a little bit more and bring you back. See what we've got going on now that we had a chance to warm up. And mind you, this baseline video was your very first video. You had no idea what was going on, who I was. You didn't have any real prep or warm up. So this is a good, clear assessment of what you're doing when you're paying the least to most attention to what it is you're doing when you're running. So this gives us an idea of where to start. Arm placement, definitely want to make sure that you are keeping the arms in at the sides as much as possible. Eliminate those chicken wings, as I like to call it, when the elbows are pointing outward as opposed to directly back behind. So make sure that we're doing this a lot more consistently. Cut down on that looking downward, and I think going forward, as we focus more on recovery, mitigating that shin pain that you've been telling me about, and it seems very substantial if you get shin pain as early as you do in your runs. Looking down is more likely your body's way of subconsciously just checking in on yourself. So improving that shin pain, as well as just consciously making sure that you are keeping the chin out of the chest, will go a long way towards keeping that chin out of the chest and maintaining your airflow and maintaining your forward momentum. So big areas of focus for you this week. Increase your cadence. That should help shorten your stride. Focus on driving the knee up as high as you can, and that's going to be where core strength is going to come in to play as well. For your cadence runs, when you do your speed workout, focus on driving your knees up and shortening your strides, increasing your cadence, and that's going to go a long way towards helping improve your heel striking tendencies, and ideally that will help encourage a forward lean. The knee going up higher, kind of think like you're channeling the Heisman Trophy a little bit. That can help encourage more forward momentum, in addition to making sure that you are leaning forward at the ankles a little bit more consistently. But there we have it, Bryan. Definitely eager to see what you are able to do on day 2. We're going to compare your day 2 video to this day 1 baseline video. So make sure you get some time to practice while you're traveling. And there you have it. That is your day 1 baseline video from Transform Running Workshop at Big Beach Midtown. Thank you so much.